cradle till grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already lived. It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have a stars for the cream renegade. For the money, only green is the green is the. I'm a player on the late night tips. So these see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog. Check the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss to death, friend protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss to death, friend protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger. Money over my headstone. Headlights, I'm getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle till the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already dead. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome since 96. You a shook one, breathe easy, know the ledge. I'm your. What's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run.
This is Madden 19. I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the Arizona Cardinals and the number 10 overall pick, Josh Rosen from UCLA, face off against Jimmy Garoppolo in the San Francisco 49ers. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but, boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
They go play action here on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. A first carry now for the former Viking. This is Jerick McKinnon. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stopped short of the 30. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And the 11 defensive starters for Arizona.
And that means cornerback Patrick Peterson, who has an effect on every game he plays, whether it's at the cornerback position or even as a punt returner. How about this? He's been in the Pro Bowl all 7 seasons that he's been in the NFL. This guy knows how to change a game, either with an interception or a return. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood what the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3-and-out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. Under center, it'll be the former UCLA Bruin, Josh Rosen.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
To throw is Rosen. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And here are the offensive starters for Arizona.
And how about wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald? Back for his 15th NFL season. This is not a ceremonial appearance. He had 109 catches last season. He will help the new quarterback of the Cardinals become better right away.
Here we go now.
A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. And a look now at the defensive starters for San Francisco.
And when you make an investment in a position, defensive line is a great place to do it, and the 49ers have done exactly that. Solomon Thomas, 2017 draft. Eric Armstead, 2015. DeForest Buckner, 2016. They should be a formidable defensive front.
On 3rd down, that's Logan. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Now let's go.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Here's the rookie from Fordham. It's Chase Edmonds. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Boom!
From the gun, it's Rosen. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. First down, it's Rosen. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll run it here with Logan. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here.
All right, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. It's caught. Nelson. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
That throw is not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Here's Rosen to throw. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Offense.
Well, obviously that is declined, and the result is a safety.
And what a momentum play that is, right? You never want to see a safety wiped out. You get the points, and you're going to get the ball back.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. And you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Cardinals on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. They go play action. It's Rosen. And he's got Fitzgerald. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Here we go.
Now Rosen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
They run with Logan. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
On second down, here's Rosen. Wide open receiver complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And our statistician, Ben Ramsar, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss only in the first quarter. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Solomon Thomas in there to get him for a loss of 5. That's something this coaching staff told us they want to see a lot more of this season.
I imagine the entire time in the offseason when these guys were taking breaks from watching film, when they were out running and doing all the other things, all they were thinking about is, how do we create more sacks? They loved what they just saw there.
Because they were near the bottom of the league in 2017. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense.
Green 39.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now Rosen looking to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. Down. And Dawson's kick is good. And that will give us the very rare scoreline of 5-0. And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the first quarter of action. It's the Cardinals off to the early lead. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Now McKinnon. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Black 80! Black 80!
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a first down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
White 20! 180!
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
180!
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Marcus Golden in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because, for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now it's Rosen looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Now let's go. Blue line it.
Here's Rosen. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Pretty heavy traffic over the middle on that one, and somehow he emerged with the football. Way to possess it despite all the extra contact and people around him.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43.
Hurry up, here we go.
On the carry, it's Logan. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
This is Logan. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey. Here we go now. Green 3.
Rosen will throw. He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Eric Armstead in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. Chargers have jumped out to an early lead over the Raiders. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. That good for 22 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Here we go. By 20.
Here's McKinnon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
On play action, now Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first. With their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Powers through. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. This is caught. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run with McKinnon. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
They'll try to run with Breida. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The Niners on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Here we go.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And Gold is able to put it through. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the 2nd. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Set. Green, 39.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fitzgerald. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Rosen on 1st and 10. Down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On second down, Rosen. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Pass interference, defense.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Over the middle, complete. It's Fitzgerald. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Here comes Josh Rosen and the Cardinals offense back onto the field. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. It's caught. Nelson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter, because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking,
here we go.
and now you're establishing the running game.
Now Rosen on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now they'll run on the draw. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And now it's Rosen looking. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fitzgerald. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as...
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run it with McKinnon, and he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And Garrett Selleck here on the completion. First target, first catch, and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Here again is McCammon. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
This is Breida. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. Working from the gun, Garoppolo to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost himself some yardage there.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Now we got third and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Garoppolo now on third and goal. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Johnson on the counter. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They go to Johnson again. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that a defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's two guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number one goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the 3rd quarter. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Back now here in Santa Clara, and we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that, because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then, because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was 0 space, no gain. I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Black 80, white 20.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they work this out past the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Garoppolo now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey. Here we go. 80.
McKinnon. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. They run once more with McKinnon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for, because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
McKinnon fitting in nicely as the feature back in this 49er offense. He's back there again now on first down. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And it's a fumble. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, left side.
So that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
They'll run it with Johnson. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the one.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
And Johnson on an island by himself in the backfield, second and goal. Now Rosen looking to throw. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2. Eric Armstead in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah. He needs better protection, that's for sure. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is third and goal.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard there, so it brings up fourth and goal. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And Dawson's kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinal defense, they head out to get set here. Coming off a fumble recovery there on the last time they were out on the field, so we'll see what they do here.
And once that happens, everybody wants to get involved. All right, whoever created the last one, they're going to get the praise in the film session. You want that praise yourself, so you know everyone's going to be attacking the football.
Yeah, we'll see if they can attack it, get hungry, and get another turnover. Airing it deep for Garcon. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway Even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
First down.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Finding some room at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
Now let's go. Green.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. Up.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. J.J. Nelson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10.
20! 180!
Garoppolo looks to throw. Over the middle to Kittle. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Hassan Reddick in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Here we go. 180!
Play action, Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rodney Gunter never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Here we go. 180!
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the 2nd person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, 2nd drive, not much better. And Gold is able to put it through, and that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
J.J. Nelson now to return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Here we go now. 3:19.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. I would imagine you want to win every game big, but if you're a quarterback in the NFL, this is the spot that you love.
You've been dreaming of it since you were a kid, playing in the backyard or the front yard, wherever, where you went through those imaginary situations. Now it's real, though. What practice have you put in since the OTAs, the mini camps, preseason camp, sequence of plays, get the ball to the outside, get it out of bounds, save your timeouts, move the ball downfield, get your team in position to win the game.
And a field goal, of course, no good. They need a score. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
False start, offense.
And no reason for that from any wide receiver.
Oftentimes, you don't even hear the snap count, right? You just look inside, make sure the ball moves, then you take off. How he didn't do that is beyond me.
Back to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
False start, offense.
So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're dealing with some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
He's back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clenched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Here we go. By 20.
They'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had one to go for it with such little time remaining. And that should just about put this one in the win column for the Cardinals. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Cards, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
We want back ends.